it's so, an accusation like that is so bad na kung talagang walang kabase-base naman, siguro wag na lang patulan, hindi ba? Pakita niya, where does he get that information from? Sino nagsabi sa kanyang ginaganon siya? Para at least matignan natin ng mabuti. Because he is the most guilty of everybody and that is what all the investigators are saying. Tapos paniniwalaan natin yung mga ganyan niya. Di ba? Siguro naman na salain din natin yung anong mga dapat paniwalaan natin.
Okay, next
Tapos
natin is...
to add rin doon, kasi
Okay.
yung lawyer niya yata nasabi na yung SALN niya, I think naka-indicate na 4B ang kanyang net worth. And then I think yung planes niya are around 2B all in all, mga air assets po ni Kong Saldico. So yun na lang, tignan na natin kung ano talaga yung nagmamatch na information dun sa mga nasabit or na-mention nila na net worth po niya. Thank you.
Okay, next question is from Earl.
Kanyang mga pahayag. Sinabi niya po that the president is facing a profound crisis of confidence. On her words, exactly, she said the president now faces a profound crisis of confidence, especially in the way these corruption investigations are being handled, which appear to lack both direction and result. We also seek clear answers on how the budget deprived Filipinos of billions of pesos was approved under his watch. The BP demands accountability daw po alongside with the people. Your reactions, ko.
With all due respect, I think this is what I don't understand. The very person who actually wanting to clear out all this mess, using his authority to really upend whatever mess that we're in, is the one that is now being pointed at as the one to be faulted. No. I mean, let's remember the president came out during his SONA, saying, these things, at the expense of probably the capital of his own administration. I mean, for someone who does that, it only speaks about sincerity and the confidence that the administration, with all the illegal instruments at his disposal, with the robust working of the courts, the entirety of his government and administration, it only speaks not of lack of confidence, but actually the certain amount and the enough amount of confidence in that kind of in the government. Nobody would even come out exposing na mayroon talagang problema, tapos ikaw yung pangulo na alam mong walang mangyayari halimbawa, or alam mong hindi ka confident doon sa magiging resulta nung gusto mong ayusin sa gobyerno mo. I think it speaks about not only just confidence of the workings of the government, because he allows the course of the law and the justice to have its own course in investigating all this mess. It also speaks about his sincerity as a leader to really reform the system. I think at the very least, we owe, at least man lang, maski pasalamat man lang, because isa lang siya sa presidente. Ang dami pong naging presidente at ang daming problema, pero wala pong tumayo at lumabas at sinabi niya na kailangan natin imbestigahan ito. Siya lang. Hindi ko maintindihan. Dapat nga suporta ang bibigay natin sa kanya. Pasalamat ang bibigay natin sa kanya at the expense of probably putting his administration at risk. It speaks about the person, the character, the sincerity that he has to reform the government. We should at least owe him some things, no?
Thank you, sir. The next is, yes, UNTV.
Pero sir, bottom line, do you agree with the sentiments of the BP saying na walang direksyon yung investigasyon na nangyayari?
I've given you a lengthy explanation that which speaks about not agreeing to that kind of statement.
Hindi, itong investigasyon, ilan na ba yung nalagay sa watch list, di ba, sa pangbiyahe? Ilang congressman na ang napatawag sa ICI? Ilang senador na? Ilang senador at mga kontratista at lahat ang sinasabing kakasuhan na? Siguro malayo nang inabot ng investigasyon, di ba? Alam niyo, kung familiar kayo sa mga legal processes, matagal talaga yan. Di ba? demandahin ka, you have 10 days to answer, pwede mo i-delay. Pag sagot mo, may 10 days to reply yung kabila. Paikot-ikot yun. Mahaba talaga yung proseso. Pero nandito na tayo sa malapit na talagang iisampa yung mga kaso sa korte. At alam niyo, hindi gawang biro to, hintayin nyo lang. Kasi dalawang klaseng charges ang pwedeng ipasok dyan ha? Na yung malversation, na kung over 8 million yan, non-bailable yan, or plunder, kung talaga napatunayan na may tumanggap na legislator dyan. Yung plunder, non-bailable din yun. So, ang sa amin, sa amin lahat, at saka especially sa NUP, sa amin dapat tingin namin bilisan yung investigasyon, tutuhanin kaagad yung prosecution, file lang kaagad ng kaso. At sabi ng presidente, maraming hindi matutuwa sa Pasko, sa katapusan ng taon na ito, kasi baka magbabakasyon sila sa loob ng selda, di ba? Yun ang, siguro dapat yun nasundan natin. Ibig na pipintasan natin yung investigasyon na araw-araw nangyayari naman, pinupuntahan lahat ng project sa lahat ng mga probinsya. Hintayin natin at, alam mo, nagpapahayag naman sila, di ba, kung anong mga ginagawa nila. Kulang pa ba yan na ang dami ng nakalista, napapailan na ng kaso, di ba? So, I think that's not true. The investigation is proceeding well. I think the ICI is doing a good job. And syempre, the courts are going to take over. Hindi mo pwedeng basta sampa ka lang ng sampa ng kaso na hindi mo hinanda ng gusto. Kasi madidismiss lang yan. Pero dito sa mga nakikita natin, mukhang marami talagang ebidensyang lumalabas. Siguro kaya na rin nagpanic na rin ito si Saldico kasi unang-una, pag na-filean siya ng kaso, may basis na para bawiin yung passport niya. Di ba? Dahil magkaka-warrant of arrest yan, sigurado. Paglabas ng warrant of arrest, hindi siya sumipot, cancel passport na saan sa pupunta. Babalik na lang siya sa Pilipinas. So, baka nagpapanik siya kasi alam niya malapit na. Kasi kung sinusundan ninyo ang ginagawa ng ICI, ng Department of Justice, at ang Ombudsman ngayon, sobrang daming ebidensya lumalabas. Mga testimony, grabe. Okay? So sa akin, yun ang bantayan natin. If you're really interested in seeing accountability here, let's pay attention to those and let's support the investigative and prosecutorial bodies. Di ba? So it's madali sabihin, ay, walang nangyayari dyan. Hindi sila nagbabasa ng dyaryo. Ang daming nangyayari dyan. Kaya na araw-araw yan ang binabasa natin, di ba? Oh. So no, it's not true that the investigations and everything else are not proceeding.
Okay, go ahead sa UNTV.
Good afternoon po, Kong. Rose po sa UNTV. Kanina po na-mention niyo po, DS Puno, na si Saldico ang most guilty. So you're believing po na he's behind the anomalous insertion sa 2025 budget?
No, he is claiming to be behind the insertions, di ba? Pinakiusapan daw siya ng presidente at saka linagay niya doon dahil kinausap siya ni Secretary Pangandaman at saka ni Yusek Bersamin. Siya nagsasabi. Di ba? Hindi ko alam kung naintindihan niyo yung sinasabi niya eh. Di ba? Because now he has to prove that since he was the one that put it there, that nobody else is guilty. Di ba? So, I mean, yan ang ibig ko sabihin. Kaya parang nakakapag-alangan patulan yung mga sinasabi niya. Kasi he's contradicting himself every step of the way. Alam mo yun? Parang ang hirap paniwalaan talaga. So
DS Puno, it does not merit any investigation from the Ombudsman or any investigating body. Yun pong mga aligasyon niya.
hindi kasi why are we saying that he is probably the most guilty? Number one, he was the APRO chairman. Diba? Kaya nga tinanggal ng Congress yan in January kasi wala nang may tiwala sa kanya at that time eh. Okay? Now, so tinanggal siya ng Congress, ilang buwan yan, umiikot-ikot siya, umalis ng Pilipinas, etc. Then naglalabasan ngayon ito, lahat ito mga to. Lumabas yung mga Semindoro, sino yung isang mga kontratista na nandun? Siya. If you look at all of the lists of contractors, andun yung kanyang kumpanya. Paano siya nagkaroon ng kumpanya? APRO chairman siya. You know, I think his lawyers should shut him up so that he stops self-incriminating. Alam mo, ini-incriminate niya ang sarili niya sa mga sinasabi niya eh. Then, tatakpan niya by saying, may magpapapatay sa akin. Ang dali sabihin yan eh. Di ba? Pero sa society natin, sa lipunan natin, ordinaryo ba yung ganun? Parang hirap gawin, lalo na yung matataas na opisyal, di ba? Basta na lang pwede magpapatay ng kahit sino. Ano bang klaseng, kwento yan? So I think we have to be careful listening to this guy kasi you can make the most ridiculous and outlandish statements, and you get more attention the more ridiculous and the more outlandish. Di ba? And that's what's happening here. So, sige, patulan natin sandali para ma-point out lang natin saan mali lahat yung mga sinasabi at imposible. Di ba? Pero after a certain amount of time, let's go back to what we're supposed to do, which is investigate all of this corruption, prosecute those that are responsible for this corruption, and put them where they belong, which is in jail. Di ba? Yun na, huwag na tayo magpalihis-lihis pa. Sundan na lang natin ito ng tama. Yun ang panawagan namin sa aming partido. Kasi parang, mga to talagang, parang parang diversionary tactic talaga. Eh, syempre, wala na siyang paliwanag. Sana sagutin niya yung mga paratang sa kanya, di ba? Dapat handain na nila yung sagot niya sa korte. Kasi kung hindi siya sumagot ng maayos, ang lawyer niya, may kalalagyan siya, hindi na tatagal. Di ba?
Kay Kong Hernandez po, sorry po, kay DS Hernandez, since kayo po yung chairperson ng SALN Review and Compliance Committee, is the House willing to publicize the SALN of Saldico?
Well, as of now, hindi pa kami nag-convene, no? And I haven't seen the order of the composition of the silent committee. Siguro overtaken by events dahil nagkaroon ng bagyo, nagkaroon ng mga issues, and as far as siguro merong question of legality lang because Saldi is no longer a member of Congress. So as far as jurisdiction is concerned, walang jurisdiction ng Congress sa kanya ngayon. And siguro one of those issues that we will discuss pag nag-convene na yung ng committee. And of course, importante yung legality dito.
Pero di po ba it would be best for the public to know yun pong SALN ni Saldico since he's the center of the controversy right now?
As of now, hindi ko masasagot yan kasi sa ngayon, di na member si Saldico ng Kongreso. So,
Pero ang SecGen po, ang House of Representatives po, yung pong may hawak ng SALN niya, di ba? And
yes, during the time he was a member, but right now, siyempre may kasamang consent yan eh. Lalo na hindi ka na member. Diba?
kailangan pa ng consent po ni Saldico para po ma-publicize yung SALN niya?
Hindi, kasi ngayon hindi siya member, so as far as jurisdiction is concerned, walang jurisdiction ng Kongreso na sa kanya.
Alam mo bakit sinasabi ni DS yan? Kasi yung SALN namin sinasabit when we join the government. Diba? So it is a record of our office, which is supposed to be open to the public. Nag-resign na siya, private citizen na siya. So there are different legal principles covering that. So yan ang pinag-aaralan pa nila. Kasi kung ilalabas lang nila ng kusa, they can be sued also for violation of the personal rights of the individual. Kasi nga, hindi na gobyerno civilian na siya Di ba? So there is no accountability from let's say whoever is holding the SALN kasi wala na silang jurisdiction yung sinasabi ni DS, no?
Okay, Gab?
Sir, sorry, pwede lang mag-follow up. DS Puno, you mentioned kaya tinanggal noong January si Saldico as pro-chair, wala nagtiwala sa kanya. Sino po ang Pangulo and paano po nawala? Wala yung tiwala?
Well, yung Kongreso yung bumoto. No? I mean, it was the House that voted him out. So, yung definitive action of him being removed was taken by the entire House.
Bakit po nawala yung tiwala, sir, noong January?
O magchichismis tayo nung nandun siya at maraming lumalapit na magpapasok ng project, siguro naririnig ko, wala ako sa 19th Congress, na medyo magaspang daw yung mga sagot sa kanila. Medyo napapagalitan pa sila. Lalapit sila at napapagalitan, gano'n. Tapos papakangkuhan din naman lumalabas. So I think because of that, maraming nawala ng tiwala sa kanya. No? And clearly, there were questions all over the place. Nag-umpisa na nun yung mga tanong-tanong ng mga Senado, di ba? Kaya because of that, siguro, they wanted to come up with somebody that's going to be able to answer the questions and represent Congress properly. So ang rason